Six-time world champion Gabriel Varga has one of the best left hooks in kickboxing. He defeated many people in Glory and K1 with this left hook like Sidmon Shai or Lordzilla. So today we are going to break down his left hook, see what tricks he's using to hurt opponents, and also how he's landing it all of the time and how he's setting it up so you can do the same in your next sparring or even your next fight. So now the first thing is different ranges. It's a controversy. A lot of coaches would say you cannot do that, you can just throw the hook really tight, but Gabriel Varga is an example that it works differently. Now when you look at his fights, you will see him throwing shots near, really tight, those tight hooks where he's maybe even fighting in the pocket and then just throwing those hooks out. Or you see him throwing long body hooks, long head hooks, what just gives him more range. He doesn't need to close the distance in too much. And also people might not expect a hook or a body hook from that range. So it gives you a lot of benefits to throw it from different ranges. And so a lot of coaches would say you're too exposed when you do that. In my opinion, you're not really that exposed. Still have the defense side in mind, okay? Every time you're on the offense, you should also have defense in mind. So not just offense, and then I switch to defense. No, it's offense, but still have defense in mind. So when a shot comes, you're ready to block, to parry, to roll. And also when you throw those long hook and you're really fearful, like you're really feared of getting hit, and also have the elbow, have the shoulder here to give you a bit more protection, as well with the body hook, okay? Looks weird, but gives you just extra protection. Or after you throw the hook, roll, okay? Just defensively. Even when the opponent's not throwing anything, just throw, roll, be a bit on the defense, bam, bam, roll, okay? Makes you a bit more safe. But actually, you are not that exposed, in my opinion. Will not lead you to getting knocked out, believe me. And so yeah, different ranges really important. Just drill that, use that more in sparring, really important. So now the next thing is slipping or rolling to setting up the body hook or the head hook. We see Gabriel Varga using that in the Mosab Amrani fight. We see him rolling or slipping and then coming with a hook counter to it. Now what you can do, there are some things that you can do. First of all, it stores power when you slip. Even when you roll, it stores power. So when you dip down, it stores elastic energy, what means you just get loaded up and then you just like a spring fire out, okay? So it loads you up as well. It gives you more power for the hook, but also it's like a really good setup to use to land your hook more. Just when you're slipping or when you're rolling, throw a hook after, or even whilst you are slipping or rolling. So when you slip, you can throw the hook at the same time, or whilst you're rolling, you can also throw the hook at the same time, okay? So whilst you're rolling, throw the hook at the same time, or whilst you're slipping, throw the hook at the same time, okay? Really important. Or again, after you slipped or after you threw something or after you rolled, just explode out with a hook, okay? So for example, when you're here, you dip down, but when you dip down or when you roll, do not come up and then throw the hook. It's whilst you're coming up, you're throwing the hook. Because when you dip down, you come up and then you throw the hook, your elastic energy is not really that stored again, and then you lose a bit of power. So really from here, explode from the down position to up. Okay, now the next key of Gabriel Varga is sticking to basics. Guys, when you do not stick to basics, you will not be as good as people that stick to basics, okay? When you are the guy that throws the really unorthodox technique, just unorthodox, you will maybe not be as good as the person that sticks to the basics and is really good at them. Guys, the fancy techniques will not get you that high up. The basics will get you there, okay? The jab, the hook, the body hook, those things will get you up. Using them, being able to use the basics to set up your hooks. For example, Gabriel Varga draws combination, for example, like a jab, double jab, for example, then an uppercut, and then a body hook. Simple combination. It's not the craziest combinations, but it works. And also when you look at his fights, Gabriel Varga is sometimes even just setting up the hooks with just a single jab. He's just jabbing, and then hook. Simple. It works still. It still works, guys. Use that in sparring. Use the basics more and get really good at them. Drill them. And also perfect your technique, okay? Gabriel Varga is one of the cleanest strikers I've seen. His technique is he just mastered his technique. And I just want to tell you, really take the time to perfect your technique, okay? Just go on the heavy back for 20 minutes, 10 minutes, and just throw reps, okay? And try to get better with each single rep. And then your technique will improve. Also record yourself whilst you're throwing the techniques. Really helped me personally, and compare it to other fighters. For example, you can compare your technique to Gabriel Varga and then see what he's doing differently from you, and then you can adjust and become more like the technique of Gabriel Varga, okay? So really important that you throw cleanly and sticking to basics. And now the next thing goes hand in hand with sticking to the basics, and that is being able to throw good combinations. Now, Gabriel Varga has the ability to build good combinations. Nearly every fighter at this high level has just the ability to throw good combinations, okay? To throw longer combinations, not just 2-piece, 3-piece, maybe 4-piece even. Like again, the jab, uppercut to body hook. Now, how can you build those combinations in a fight just rapidly? How can you build them? Well, there are a few exercises that you can do. First of all, every time you walk around your house, not every time, but just take 10 minutes a day, 20 minutes a day. Maybe you're just on the kitchen, you're cooking, okay? And whilst you're cooking, you're thinking, oh yeah, okay, I want to land a body hook. How could I do that, okay? Don't let your food be burned, but maybe you cook, and then you think, how could I land a body hook? When you just have free time, how can I land a body hook? How can I land a head hook? What combination could I throw to land a head hook, okay? And then you just think, maybe just a basic combination. One to the head, one to the body, and then up to the head. That's one combination just in my head. And you do that every day. You try to build a new combination every day or multiple combinations. And it's not that you should now write them down and use them in sparring. It's just that your brain works and has now the ability and trains to build combinations. So every time you do that in your home, you just train your brain to build better combinations. So in a fight, it's easier for you to build those good combinations. And also what helps is heavy back work, okay? So getting on the heavy back, but doing it fast, not slow, not being here, what do I throw, oh, I throw this. That's not like in a fight. When you're in a fight or in sparring, you don't stand there and think, what am I going to throw? It's just intentionally, okay? You just build those combinations on the spot, those good combinations. And so your heavy back work should represent that, okay? Not just that slow, okay, what could I do? Because then it's how you train. How you train, you will be in a fight. You cannot be like this in a fight. So do it fast on the heavy back, like really be fast, and build those combinations on the spot really fast, really important. And the last thing is watching fights. So you just watch a fight, you maybe pause for a second, you think, what combination could I throw? Where is the opponent open, okay? So you think, you maybe watch a fight of Rotang, you see, okay, where's Rotang open? What could I throw to knock him out? What could I throw to hurt him, okay? So you just build those combinations again on the spot. Now the next thing what Gabriel Varga does is level changes. Now when you look at amateur fights, what you see is just headhunting. Now just headhunting, I did it in my first fight as well, just headhunting. Maybe if I would throw some body hooks, some body kicks, it would be completely different. But I just headhunted. I nearly just threw hooks in my fight, and it was just a mistake, okay? Now level change is so important, okay? Just changing level. First it's up, then it's a low kick down maybe, and then it's a body hook, then it's up again. Like it's just weird because you're here, then you need to block down, then you need to block there, then you need to block there. It's just changing the levels and making it hard for your opponent to defend, okay? And also hard for your opponent to read you when you change those levels. And so that's what Gabriel Varga uses. He's just setting his hook up with different levels, okay? So maybe to the head, and then maybe again to the head again, then maybe to the leg, or to the leg at the beginning, and then to the body. Like it's just changing the levels up and not hitting just the head, or maybe just hitting the body a lot of times, and then coming up to the head, okay? So it's just changing the levels. And Gabriel Varga, for example, then just goes to the head a lot, and then goes to the body, or goes to the legs, and then goes to the body. Like, it's just changing the levels, you know? So that's really important to set up the hooks or body hooks. Now, countering is also what Gabriel Varga uses. Now, countering is something where I say, this wins fights, okay? When you have a fight coming up, drill your counters, bro. Drill your counters. Counters win fights. And I'm astonished that people, even in a higher level, do not use counters that much, okay? Counters are so important, okay? A lot of knockouts, the most knockouts happen when a counter is, like when somebody's countering, because you are exposed when you throw. And when you just leave your hand out for a single second, or you are exposed after the shot, you will get clipped, you know? And so counters is really important. Catch them off guard. Really, really important, okay? So just countering, being here. Gabriel Varga, for example, is where there's a really, really good Dutch guard. He's just here, this Dutch guard, maybe just being here, then he's getting a shot, and then he's just countering, you know? Really important. That's, you will see in your next sparring. When you use counters, you will land your hooks and body hooks and all of your undershots as well. When a low kick's happening, throw a low kick back, you know? Get the points back and hurt them. And it's also frustrating for fighters. When you are there, when you're standing here, you throw something, and then instantly something is coming back. It's really frustrating because you just think, man, I'm throwing something, but instantly he's responding. What should I do? You know, amateur level, really, really frustrating. Okay. On the amateur level, it's really frustrating. You can win fights with that, believe me, bro, okay? And Gabriel Varga used that just in his Dutch guard and just coming out with a counter, okay? Really good. And now a specific setup that Gabriel Varga uses to set up his left hook is the knee to hook, okay? So when he's throwing a knee, as soon as it hits the ground, he's throwing a hook out, okay? So left knee, it hits the ground and then throw a hook out. Now again, it's a bit of a level change, you know? It's body and then it's head, okay? And a lot of people drop their hands when the body is getting hit and so it lands. And I used it a lot in sparring with some people and believe me, bro, it worked. It worked, I guarantee you it. So try it out. He used that with Kevin Ross, for example, where he knocked him like he really hurt him with that knee to hook. Like it works, guys. Again, you just see that in the fight against Kevin Ross, and also use it against Mosab Emrani, okay? So now I just want to take a quick second to appreciate that back fist, and I just want to tell you something. Back fists are really effective when you throw them defensively. And now in that example, you see Gabriel Varga throwing a back fist because Mosab Emrani overextended a bit. Okay, he overextended a bit with his cross. He moved in, and while he's moving in, Gabriel Varga threw that spinning back fist. Okay, now back fist again use when you are moving back. You can be moving back, and whilst you're moving back, and whilst the opponent is rushing into you, just throw a back fist out. Really unexpected from a lot of people, and just believe me, that's where a lot of back fist knockouts happen. When you break them down, you just see that it works most of the time defensively. Okay, when somebody's rushing in, throw the back fist out. Really effective. And I made a video about this as well, 3 ways on how you can land the back fist on my channel as well. We talked about this more deeply. I explained it like on the heavy back and also 2 other ways. And so yeah. And now Gabriel Varga also uses other side hooks to set up his left hook. Now he's just using the right hook or the right body hook to set up his left head hook or body hook, okay? He just set up, for example, with the right hook, here's my right. With the right hook, he's maybe setting up his left body hook, okay? Again, a level change, but just using that different sides to set up the other side, okay? And also really effective way that Gabriel Varga is using left hook is not using it. Now what that means is he's using it to set up other shots. Now when you have an opponent that knows this is his favorite shot, oh, he's throwing the, I don't know, left. Now when you have an opponent that knows what your favorite technique is, okay, when you have a lot of fights, when you're not an amateur, you're like more professional and so on, then your people can watch your fights, okay? We do that with every opponent that we get. We watch their fights when there are some fights and we break them down. We see what their favorite techniques are. And now in the fight, we are a bit preempted to see, okay, this is their favorite technique, I need to look out for that. Now Gabriel Varga could use that to feint it out maybe, to make them scared or to even hit them, but not hard, to set up other shots, okay? Using this to set up other shots, really effective as well. And just using it maybe again in a level change combination just to hit them on the head and then maybe throw a low kick out or something, just again to get that level change, okay? So it makes them a bit scared, it makes them a bit like worried about the left hook because they know it's such a good attack of him. Then you're just throwing it out, maybe feinting it out, and then using it to set up other shots. And so guys, this was the video about Gabriel Varga. See you back soon, join Combat School now, and yeah, we got some fight breakdowns coming up soon as well. We got Rotang coming up, Haggerty coming up, Nong O, Tarzan de Vries and more. See you back soon.